How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite aviation channel. It's currently 11 p.m. at night, and we are bringing to you all the 10th airport update for Lahore Allama Iqbal International Airport. This is the first update after about 2.5 months, and I just want to say thank you all so much for your patience with me in getting this video out. Trust me, I've been meaning to do this video for a very long time, but I've just not been home to do it, and I've also just, not had the motivation or time to do it, but I've been wanting to do at least one more Lahore update this summer before my college starts in late August. Right now is of course the end of July. It's crazy that this time is coming in my life, but that's how life goes. But it should be a pretty exciting update. Today's update is set at 2 a.m. Yes, it's another nighttime update, and the reason for that is quite honestly, the airport lighting is way better like this, ironically, than it is during the daytime. During the daytime, the lighting isn't too good. It's here. This airport is actually in my basement, so even when it's like daytime out, you don't get too great lighting down here. And even when I have the basement lights on, the lighting isn't too great either. So with the lights off and the airport lights on at nighttime, it looks way cooler. And honestly, I like it much more in this kind of setup. So maybe from here on out, you'll probably just see only nighttime updates for Lahore. I don't know. I have to figure something out. But as of now, that's the way it's going to be. Anyway, realistically speaking, with real life, with Pakistan aviation and stuff like that. Of course, there's been a bit more travel restrictions to Pakistan. From the US, actually, it's been the opposite. Pakistan and India were both on a level 4 travel restriction, which is do not travel. It's a code red, the highest travel restriction it could possibly be. But just recently, they were both downgraded to level 3, which is only reconsider travel. So that's a step in the right direction, but obviously not where we would want it to be. But it's better than level 4, of course. And speaking of that, when I was coming back into Chicago, I flew back to Chicago back on last Saturday. So about a week ago from when you're watching this, I flew Southwest Airlines into O'Hare Airport Terminal 5. And if you don't know, Terminal 5 is the international terminal in Chicago, the main international terminal. But Southwest, Frontier, Sun Country, they still have domestic flights from there. So when I exited the airport through the main check-in area. I walked right past the Emirates and Qatar Airways check-in areas. They're right next to each other. And it was packed with people. Like, the lines were super long for check-in. It was crazy. And what I noticed were that a good number of people were traveling to Pakistan. I saw some addresses written on the side of suitcases. I saw some Karachi addresses written on people's suitcases. I saw a lot of people checking in for the Emirates and Qatar flights that were headed to Pakistan, especially Karachi, which is really cool. So it's kind of encouraging too that people travel to Pakistan is still going despite all the restrictions. So that was some pretty cool story I wanted to bring up there. But overall, there have been pretty stringent restrictions on Pakistan right now, especially from the Middle East, like Emirates and the UAE in general, as well as Saudi Arabia. They've been putting in some pretty tight restrictions. I'm really confused on what they are exactly. I really can't tell you straight up what the restrictions are because they're always changing. So I really don't know what to really tell you, but main takeaway is that there have been lots of restrictions lately. But flights are still running. Limited schedule, but they're still running, which is good to see. So first off, here we have a PIA 777-200ER just sitting here at the remote stand. Came in about 2 days ago from Dammam, Saudi Arabia on a repatriation flight. And talking about PIA, actually, 5 of their 777s are actually currently grounded in Karachi. Of course, with the pandemic and all, and of course the European ban on PIA back in 2020. PIA really can't fly their 777s to many places. They have 7 777s currently active, and they've been doing like repatriation flights, troop charter flights, and also vaccine transport flights from China, bringing those to Pakistan. And then, of course, one of those planes, 777-200LR, it's just been doing flights to Toronto because Toronto Canada in general, they of course lifted the ban or restrictions on Pakistan and India, so people can now fly to India and Pakistan nonstop now on Air India and PIA. So PIA have been serving Toronto from all three cities, Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore, with just one 777-200LR APBGZ. The other one, APBGY, is sadly one of those five that's been grounded in Karachi for some reason. So yeah, 5 777s are currently grounded in Karachi. It's 3 777-300ERs, 1 777-200ER, and 1 777-200LR, which is the one I just talked about, APBGY. In this picture, you can see there are 3 777s pictured here. The one you can just barely see in the foreground, that is the tail of the 777-200ER APBGL, and then that first 333 you see there is APBHW, and the one all the way in the back is APBID. So it's really sad to see them like this, but I mean, they really can't do anything right now, PIA. It's really not looking good for them at the moment. Hopefully things get better for them. Until then, they really don't have much else to do with the 777s and stuff like that. But domestically speaking, PIA, AirCL, AirBlue, Serene Air, they've been doing pretty good on domestic flights. But internationally speaking, long haul speaking, it's the exact opposite, I think. And over here, just taxiing out for departure, we have the Virgin Atlantic Boeing 787-9 headed back to London Heathrow as Flight 365. I'm not entirely certain if Virgin and British Airways, if they're back to passenger service on the Lahore and Islamabad flights. As far as I know, Virgin Atlantic currently have their Manchester to Islamabad flight currently has been suspended, but they are still doing the London Islamabad and London Lahore flights. But I'm not too sure if it's just cargo or passengers. But either way, Virgin Atlantic and British Airways, they are still operating to Lahore and Islamabad, which is really good to see. I'm really happy they're still here. But I'm not entirely certain if they're doing just cargo or if they're doing both passengers and cargo. And just behind the Virgin Atlantic, we have this gorgeous Etihad Airways Boeing 777-300ER. Just started up engines. It's taxiing up for departure back to Abu Dhabi as Flight 242. And in case you haven't heard, Etihad is going to be retiring their 777-300ERs by December of this year. It's been announced like 2 months ago. It's pretty old news actually, but I haven't mentioned it in a video until now. Etihad, they did announce back in April or May they are planning to retire their 777-300ER fleet in December of this year, or December or January, something like that, which is really sad. I was really depressed when I heard the news because I love the Etihad 777, the livery. Etihad's livery on the 777 is one of my favorites, especially this one, the old livery. It's super nice. As you can see, it's so cool. So, I mean, Etihad, they've been really dependent on the 787-9 and -10, and they are much more fuel efficient than the 777 is. So I guess that's why they are retiring them at the end of the year, which is really sad. There is no official last flight date or any information on what the last route will be, but they have announced that their 777s are going to be retired by December, sadly. And over here at the remote stand, we have a PIA Airbus A320, which came in a few hours ago from Tashkent, Uzbekistan, as Flight 6156. That's a fairly new route. They started up about a month or two ago. I think PIA is trying to start up some other flights to Uzbekistan, to other Uzbekistani cities, but as of now, Tashkent is the only one they've started so far. Pretty good to see. This is the only narrow-body aircraft in the update today. No AirCL or AirBlue or Serene because it's 2 a.m. so there's not many other domestic aircraft here at the moment. It's literally just this one, so yeah. And now moving on to the terminal. First off here we have the Turkish Airlines Boeing 777-300ER, and actually they're all 777-300ERs, but this one came in from Istanbul as Flight 714, currently getting offloaded with cargo, passengers, everything. This is a fairly new model. It's the first time you guys are seeing it. I've had it for about 2 months now, I think 1 or 2 months. So yeah, it's a great model. I've always wanted the Turkish 333 in 1/400 scale, and during the pandemic, they've been flying these to all three cities, Karachi, Islamabad, and Lahore. And I'm really happy I get to replicate that. This is a pretty rare model, actually. It's made by Apollo, which they are out of business. They've been out of business for a long time now. But a few months back, I found this on Waffle Collectibles for like $50. So I immediately bought it because, you know, it's such a rare model, and I've always wanted a Turkish 777 in 1/400 scale. So yeah, beautiful model, really happy to have it. And I think Turkish is currently doing 777s to Lahore regularly. I'm not sure when they'll, you know, downgrade it to a A330 again. I don't know, but for now they're sending us the 777, which is pretty cool to see. So there we go. And then just over here we have the unofficial flag carrier of Pakistan, Emirates, 777-300ER, getting heavily serviced, as you can see, in between flights from and to Dubai, as flight 623 back to Dubai, or EK Aviation's airport. So some more close-ups of the GSE there. Looks pretty epic. And here, just getting off topic here, Emirates is actually, they've been flying to Rockford lately, which is one of my hometown airports, I guess you could say. Chicago Rockford Airport. They've been doing cargo flights here from both Copenhagen and Dubai non-stop. So here's a little video clip that I shot from my bedroom window earlier this week of one of the Emirates cargo flights coming in from Copenhagen. It's not the best video clip, as you can see, because I shot it from home, but you can clearly see it's the Emirates 777 coming in to land in Rockford. So they come in about 2 or 3 times per week, and I'm hoping, I really hope I can get back out there and catch it at the airport landing, because it's so cool to see Emirates, and also Qatar Cargo, they fly here too, flying here to Rockford, which is really cool. So expect a pretty awesome Rockford spotting video coming out soon, but yeah, it's really cool to see. And then last aircraft of the update, aircraft you haven't seen in a long time. This is the Qatar Airways One World 777-300ER, getting ready to head back to Doha as flight 621. So yeah, cargo coming up there and fuel and all that stuff. Alright, so there you go. So I apologize if I sound pretty dead and tired right now. It's because it's literally 11 p.m. So yeah, and then this is like my 20th time trying to film this. Like, I'm not even joking, I keep messing up. Every time I film an update, it takes me at least 20 tries to get it right. But that's just the struggles of being a YouTuber, literally. Comment below if you can relate, because I know I'm not the only one that struggles with this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm very happy you guys you know, have been sticking with me through this busy summer of mine. It's really been awesome to be making all these videos for you all, and I really hope I can get at least one more Lahore update up before I start college. It's probably not going to happen, but yeah, it's been great. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for Monday. That's going to be another trip report coming out on the Delta 757 Classic without winglets. It's going to be an epic video. You don't want to miss it. And yeah, just so many awesome videos coming out, which I'm inshallah so excited to share with you all. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time. Alright, goodbye.